We're live now. We are now live. So KSI versus Bryce Hall. I mean, let's talk about it for a minute. Let's. I just want to see if there are any. Oh, I don't know what I did. Anyways, KSI versus Bryce Hall is the fight that everyone is kind of interested in seeing. I'm sorry. I don't know where the live chat went. Enable live chat. Save. Okay. So, anyways, KSI versus Bryce Hall is the fight that has been kind of taking over the fighting, I guess, world for the past couple of days. And what are my thoughts on KSI versus Bryce Hall? It is one of the most pointless fights besides Mayweather versus Logan Paul. And I'm gonna tell. And before I get onto this, is the live chat working or is it not? Because if it's not, please tell me. But anyways. Well, you can't tell me if it's not working. But with KSI versus Bryce Hall, even BJ Flores, Jake's coach, said that KSI would easily beat Bryce. And this is the thing. Bryce Hall, I mean, do we even need to talk about anything other than the Stromedy spar? Like that is the only piece of footage you need to know to see that KSI and Bryce Hall are not at the same level when it comes to boxing. These two, like, I can't even describe to you what KSI would do to Bryce Hall. He would take him out in one round. He could literally fight Bryce in December, have 2 months of training, and be completely fine. Bryce, his fighting has been very unimpressive. He spars like he's with a ton of emotion, reckless, careless haymakers. And one good jab from Stromedy, and Bryce was like, whoa. Like, if that was KSI, Bryce's head would have popped off in the other direction. And that's what I'm saying, is that while everyone might believe that KSI throws haymakers, his natural fighting style is not haymakers. Just look at his sparring. And he would be very tactical with Bryce. And if they did fight, Bryce would be reckless and careless, and KSI would not come out. I mean, I don't really know what else I have to say other than those things. Yeah, man, that fight would literally end with Bryce on the canvas, and we all know that. Now, this is only if Bryce beats Austin, because KSI and Bryce were beefing on Twitter. I'm not going to go into what they said because most of you already know. Bryce did an interview with TMZ Sports where he basically was like, KSI is next. And even at the press conference, he was like, I'm not going to fight Deadly. I'm going to fight KSI because he's more relevant. And everyone's even his own fans are telling him, Bryce, don't do this. And we'll have to see. Like, I kind of want Bryce to win only so we can see this fight, because I want Austin to win. I think Austin will win purely based on the fact that that his sparring footage was more impressive than Bryce's. And while, yes, he is fighting bums, it's not like I'm expecting McBroom to fight pro-level professional fighters. And listen, I don't know how Bryce's boxing skills are going to be, but I'm going to assume it's going to be based off of emotion and not a lot of technique. And I think that if Bryce beats Austin, what we're going to see will not be impressive, and no one's opinion will change on KSI versus Bryce Hall. And everyone's like, well, why would JJ do this? Well, one, I think that the rivalry between them is really entertaining. They have good banter, good chemistry. And Bryce Hall is literally Jake Paul 2.0. He is not he's not very far off from Jake as a person. If I'm being honest, they both kind of like do this. They talk and they get in trouble. And I think that if Bryce were to box Jake, if Bryce were to box KSI, it'd be a good warm up fight. And while it'd be an easy fight, I think it would be kind of the Walmart version of Jake Paul when it comes to at least the personality. Skills-wise, you're dealing with someone that's very amateur. So that's kind of my thoughts on KSI versus Bryce Hall. I didn't want to make a separate video on it because I felt like it wouldn't make any sense for me to make a video on this, because it's just so short. It's like KSI is gonna win, like move on. Like it wouldn't be how long can KSI survive with Bryce. It's how long is he willing to let Bryce survive with him. And I would love to see Taylor versus Deji. And I would love to see that card, and I would love to see that event happen. I think that'd be an awesome event, and I would just love to see it. So, anyways, that moving on from that, ShowTime, which I used to respect, signed Ake Paul as a boxer. My respect went down 100% because I'm here thinking, why did you do this, ShowTime? Like, bro, ShowTime has had the most prestigious fighters, bro, the most prestigious people as their fighters. Like, hold on, let me pull up the article. So the fighters that just to kind of give you a bit of overview about the kind of fighters that ShowTime has had. Let me find it. Yeah, so Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Manny Pacquiao, Bellator MMA, like some of the most like prestigious, respected fighters in history have fought with ShowTime. ShowTime is a very prestigious organization that is known for quality. Well, I mean, I don't know about quality boxing, but like great all access, great documentaries leading up to the to the fights. And listen, for Jake to get this deal, it annoys me, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I just don't like him. But two, I feel like it's this mediocre rise to success, and now you've gone the big bread, the big lion, but you did through mediocrity. Because, again, Anisan Gibb, Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, terrible fighters who pose no threat to him at all, were one-sided bloodbaths that went 1 or 2 rounds, and that ultimately were just like these were stepping stones to get to this place, I guess. But to me, it's like Jake. I don't think Jake deserves this because here's the thing: he works hard and he trains hard, and you have to respect that. And he's taking it seriously, and I respect that. But what I don't like is that he fights a retired NBA player, a retired MMA fighter, and a YouTuber, and then he thinks he's the next Ali, and he thinks that, and everyone on the net, and like people think, wow, this guy's actually got hands, and it's like, listen, yes, technically, Jake Paul is the most impressive YouTube fighter we have seen thus far. Oh, I'm getting live. So, guys, I just found the live chat on my phone. I can't get on my computer. So I don't know who's still here, but Nappy said Taylor Holder might be a racist, and I think he was saying whack, but he did sound like he was saying black. But again, I don't really care about Taylor, and and then Angel said KSI needs a tune-up fight, so throw Bryce to the fire. Angel Bo, Taylor might be racist. Ake Paul, did you just see what Jake said to Tommy? And then TC said hi. So, hi, TC. I don't know why my I don't know why I can't see the live chat. For some reason. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see it. So you know what? It's fine. I'll just look at it from my phone. So yeah. So let's see what we got here. Tommy Fury called out Jake again, and there's no answer from Jake and his team. Weird, LOL. Yeah. So okay, but before we get into that, Jake is still early in his career, but he told Tommy to fight somebody with a winning record, and he just promoted Tommy's next fight a lot. LOL. Okay. So here's the thing. I respect Jake for being a good fighter. I respect Jake for having hands. Listen, his opponents are terrible, and they make him look 10 times better than he is. But he is still a good boxer, and I have given him credit for a lot of his technical skills. But ultimately, I feel like for someone to get to, listen, ShowTime is only doing this because they are trying to bring in the cash. They're only trying to, they see Jake as this cash cow, and they're going to just drill him because that's what they want to do. And it's a smart move on their part. But it angers me that, like, he's gotten to the top, and he's gotten to the next level through such mediocrity. You know what I mean? Like, and what I'm gonna say is a bit bold, but it's like white male mediocrity is what it is basically. But anyways, I don't want to get like political and deep on that, but like that's how I see it. And I just think there were so many people, YouTubers, actual fighters that deserve to be where Jake is. And like they work harder than him. It's just they don't have the social media following. That's the only reason why Jake is getting signed to ShowTime is because they see him as a viable way of a surefire way of getting money, of making events, of causing traction. And I don't know. It angers me that ShowTime would stoop this low, and I honestly lost a lot of respect for them. Jake is still Nappy. Look at Jake's Instagram. So yeah, so that's basically my thoughts on ShowTime signing Jake Paul to that. I don't like it. I think it's unfair, and I just find it aggravating, essentially. But a lot of the stuff Jake does aggravates me, and again, it's more ShowTime's that has really made me mad than anything else. But yeah, so that is basically my thoughts on the whole Jake Paul versus the Jake Paul ShowTime thing. So another thing that happened was KSI. Tommy Fury called out Jake Paul on Instagram. And listen, Tommy he's being a little bit what's the word I'd say? He's being a little bit petty. Not petty. He's being like really attention seeking, and clearly is just trying to get a fight with Jake. Now here's the thing. I have to laugh at Jake because he's like, Tommy, you're not on my level. And I'm like, bro, what level are you at? What level are you at? What level? I'm sure all you guys have seen Jake Paul's Instagram stories, and if you haven't, go check it out. I would show it on my phone, but for some reason I can't see my live chat on my computer, so I'm looking at it through my phone, which is kind of weird because I can see myself, so it's weird. But anyways, listen, Jake has somewhat of a point here. Listen, Tommy Fury's fights statistically, factually, analytically don't bring in numbers. Okay, like Tommy doesn't get paid as much as Jake. He doesn't have the same traction, the same clout, the same social media following as Jake. Those are all facts that can't be denied. But here's the thing. Jake's excuse for not fighting Tommy is that he's fought bums and it wouldn't be a good pay-per-view buy, or Tommy Fury's name would not be a guaranteed surefire success in terms of money, in terms of generating money for the fight and just pay-per-view numbers. And here's the thing. My rebuttal to that is this. First of all, it's what the people want. Like, if you go onto any poll on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, or people in the professional world, all anyone wants is Jake versus a real pro boxer. Or, you know what I mean? And they want Tommy Fury. And then social media wants KSI. So those are the two fights everybody wants. So if the general audience and the consensus is we want this fight, it's obviously gonna bring in numbers. Tommy Fury is big in the UK. He has over 3 million followers on Instagram. He has the personality to sell a fight. And with Jake's theatrics, the event would sell. Jake Paul is guaranteed 1 million pay-per-view buys, and that's on his worst day. You know what I mean? Like that the event would not do bad pay-per-view numbers. It just wouldn't, because everyone wants to see that fight. So if everyone has an interest in it, it's going to be a success. That's basic business 101. Is if the people want something, you give it to them. And like, take for example the Snyder Cut. Everyone wanted that, but everyone said it wouldn't sell. Guess what? It sold, and it did pretty well. It did more than well. It did amazing. So business-wise, Tommy Fury would not be a risk. Tommy Fury would bring in numbers, would bring in money, and would be a successful fight for Jake. So he doesn't even have to worry about that. And hold on, because Tommy doesn't have a name, Jake can stop that kid. Tommy needs to fight someone with a winning record. Yeah. So here's the thing. Going on to beyond just financials and selling stuff. With Tommy, yes, he has fought in guys with terrible records and terrible boxing skills, but Jake Paul can't talk because, yes, Deadly never boxed before. Gibb was 2-0 in his amateur career. Nate Robinson, I never boxed before. And Ben Askren was undefeated, but had 2 losses, and I never boxed before. So Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, and Gibb might as well have had a losing record because they boxed terribly. Like, the skill level of Tommy and Jake's opponents are at the same level. And, like, honestly, I think Tommy's opponents look technically better than anyone Jake has fought. So, how is there, what is the difference? Like, yes, Jake fought one guy with a winning record. Everybody else, Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, Gibb, Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, and Deadly, all had never boxed before. Ben was the exception of having a winning record in MMA, but it was not in boxing. Everyone knew how weak Ben was at boxing. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, that is the truth. Is like, this guy has fought people that have never boxed before, and Tommy has fought people that at least have had fights before him. Yes, they might have lost him, but the skill level of these opponents are the same. So I just don't get it. Yeah, so Emerald says that he thinks it would be a good fight. They will eventually fight at the end of the day. Nappy was 19-2. You can't knee in boxing. So, again, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. At the end of the day, Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul is the fight that everybody wants, that would make money, that would do pay-per-view buys, and that if Jake beat Tommy Fury, like, here's the thing, Tommy Fury is not going to be a scrub. Listen, like, you know what I mean? Like, he might not be as good as he seems, but he won't get knocked out by Jake in 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Like, it's an actual challenge for Jake that I don't think anyone would be able to discredit. You'd have Tyson Fury there, like, and Tommy has been boxing a lot longer than Jake. It's like, listen, I know people are like, oh, it's not fair because Tommy's been boxing longer, so why do you want him to fight this guy? And I'm like, listen, if BJ Flores said literally in his Instagram story one day ago, hold on, I'm going to find it, that, let me see if I can show you guys. Khabib's manager said that, let me see. It's not there anymore. But anyways, Khabib's manager said that that Jake could beat Conor, which, you know, it's Conor's biggest rival, so of course he's going to say that. But here's the thing. If Jake says he can beat Conor McGregor, how can he think, oh, I can't fight Tommy Fury? It's like, listen, if you think you can, if you are so confident in yourself to beat Conor, Tommy should be a walk in the park. He hypes himself up so much, and he makes such a big deal out of his skills, and yet what I've seen is nowhere near the level where he needs to of anywhere near the level to beat Conor, and it certainly doesn't show that. And that's because he doesn't want to admit that he's not at the level that he says he's at. Like, KSI literally said, I am not good enough to fight Tommy Fury. And I respected him for saying that. He put his ego aside, and he told the truth. And at the end of the day, people can say, oh, Tommy was a bad boxer. I wouldn't discredit a Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury fight, because regardless, it's a pro fighter, and even if Jake knocked him out, Tommy's not going to be a bum. I just know that Tommy would not be a bum to Jake. Like, he's been boxing since he was like, what, 10 or 6 or whatever. Like, a guy that boxes for as long as Tommy Fury had will not be a scrub to Jake Paul. It's going to be a competitive fight, and yes, Jake might win. I think personally everyone would go with Tommy, but at the end of the day, I don't think anyone could discredit a KSI. If Jake beat KSI or Tommy Fury or Conor, you can't discredit those fights. You just can't. Even if Tommy is absurdly bad, which he wouldn't be, but if he was, Jake still beat a pro boxer. He still beat a pro boxer who arguably is better than KSI, and not far off from Connor. And Connor has a winning record and a huge name. Tommy doesn't. But again, yes, Connor has a big name and a winning record. Tommy does have a winning record, and he is a big name that would sell a fight. And that's what Jake's concern is. And I'm telling the audience and the people that believe that just wouldn't be the case, and that's not true. And that's not something Jake should worry about. KSI is an easy fight. People will definitely discredit that. KSI is much. Nah, man. Here's the thing. And I've said this constantly. When KSI and Jake Paul meet, because it will happen, who knows when, that fight will not end in 2 rounds. That fight goes the most 3 to 4 rounds. And I know that whether KSI wins or loses, he will knock down Jake Paul, and Jake Paul will knock down KSI, and they will both have a moment of truth. And it will be a competitive fight. And if Jake beats KSI, he beat the OG YouTube boxing champion. That's like Canelo versus Billy Joe. Like, yes, you can say, oh, well, Billy Joe, like you can say all you want about Billy Joe and Canelo, but it was proven on that night that Canelo was better than Billy Joe. That Canelo was number 1 and Billy Joe was number 2. And that's what would happen with KSI versus Jake. No matter how poorly KSI might perform, you can't discredit that fight because he beat the champion. He beat the guy, and he beat someone that not a lot of YouTubers could beat. So if anyone tries to discredit the KSI fight, and if Jake beats KSI, you're being stupid because he beat the champion, and you can't take that away from him. I wouldn't do that. Even if KSI performed poorly, like the worst he ever did, he still beat the champion, and that gives him that legit credit. So there were fights that I would give him credit on, and that other people should. And if they don't, then they're just being stupid. But anyways, those are my thoughts. So we went over KSI versus Bryce Hall, ShowTime signing Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, and yeah, man, a lot of big topics to cover. I didn't want to do this in videos because I felt like I could just do it in this half an hour spew and time zone and then be done. So those are all my thoughts on those things. And yeah, it's crazy. And I'm excited for Social Gloves, though. The press conference was crazy. And I want to point this out. Bryce Hall did not get put on the ground because 4 security guards came up. He went to Austin. Austin pushed him down, and then the security guards came down on him. And you know what? Bryce Hall doesn't anger me. I don't hate the guy. He's just trying to be a Jake Paul wannabe, and he makes me laugh. I don't really care for the guy, if I'm being honest. And I know that like if he fought KSI, he would lose. So Conor is more of a threat than Tommy Fury. Yeah. You're talking about the 0-1 Conor, but not the 5-0 undefeated MMA record Conor lost to be. Oh, okay. So yeah, but yeah, so Tommy, yes, Tommy has a nappy. Tommy does have a better record boxing-wise than Conor, but I think Conor is probably better than Tommy, I'd say. But yeah, so that's basically my thoughts. I'm looking at the chat, and I don't think there's much going on here. But yeah, so crazy things have happened, and I'm excited for the Social Gloves event. We got the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather in like 3 weeks, I think. And then we got the Social Gloves event the next week, both at the same stadium. So YouTube boxing it's alive and thriving. And the Pauls have gone mainstream for sure. But KSI has too. Another thing I want to quickly address is, sorry for fixing stuff. I have a need to fix things. But anyways, with KSI, people are saying like in the Bread Batch post about Jake signing with ShowTime, KSI is so washed up, he's just making try not to laugh videos. And here's the thing. KSI, Jake, and Logan, these 3 guys have been thriving in the past 2 years. That's 2020 and 2021. They are at their most mainstream and their most successful. I mean, like I'm gonna just bring up the statistics and numbers, like KSI's album was incredibly successful. All of his singles have done amazing views-wise on YouTube and have charted and done amazing beyond YouTube. And you can't deny that. Those are facts. Look on Wikipedia, look on the data. It backs it all up. KSI's music career is doing amazing. Like let's look at his recent videos, his recent music videos. Like Patience, 21 million views. Don't Play, 24 million views. Really Love, 16 million. Lighter, 21 million. Like Lighter got nominated for a Brit Award. Like I don't know what else to say. Like KSI's music is thriving. All of his singles have charted. He was on the James Corden show, guys. The mainstream national TV performing his own song. He has a sold out show in a huge arena. His new tour in October has sold out completely. He's on national TV, interviews, press. Guys, KSI's Try Not to Laugh videos get more views than Jake Paul's videos do. So he's not relevant in boxing, but he is relevant in music, and he's succeeding and thriving. And so is Logan. Logan's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Jake is signed with ShowTime. All three of these guys are finding so much success and are at the top of their game and have all entered the mainstream in different ways. And I just had to get that off my chest because I just get annoyed when people say that. And yeah. So that's basically my thoughts. If anyone has anything else to say, please leave it in the chat. If anyone wants to Discord quickly, I'm down for that. But if anyone's not, then that's also cool. But I'm leaving it open for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I think Deadly will prove to the world he is the real deal. Yes, I think Deadly is training hard, and I think that if he takes enough serious fights, I wouldn't be surprised if Deadly and Jake fight again. And I feel like Deadly could beat Jake. But he has a lot to do to get to that point. So, yeah. And, yeah, man, it's just, yeah. Emerald Star 716 says you're right. I'm always right. Nah, most of the time I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so let's look at the bread badge, see if anything else. Yeah, so nothing really. Oh, no, Jake just posted a new thing.
One last thing, Tommy. You should be more worried about your girl sliding into a bunch of dudes' DMs than you should be about fighting me. Shee.
That's so cringe. So Jake was just kind of being irrelevant there.
So,
oops. I just had my you just heard my own thing. So yeah, man. I don't know. I just hate that Jake got the ShowTime deal. Like that's so annoying. I don't even want to see a Jake versus Conor. Conor's gonna lose. Nappy, listen, man, you're a great guy, but that is the most untrue thing I've ever heard. Conor would quite literally put Jake Paul in a hospital if they fought. That fight would be a career ender for Jake Paul. You cannot say a guy that's been boxing since he was 6 years old can beat a guy that's been boxing for less than 5 years. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, listen, Nappy, you are wrong. Like, it is that what you're saying is factually incorrect. Like, it is a fact that you are wrong. Conor is a loser. I don't care if Conor is a loser. What you are saying is wrong, and that's a fact. Not an opinion, but a fact. He lost to Floyd. Okay, and, like, of course he was going to lose to Floyd. Like, you know what, Nappy? Do you want to go on Discord and just debate this quickly? Like, and you can be on the stream? Like, just because I really want to understand where you're coming from and how you believe that Conor McGregor can lose to Jake Paul. Floyd is the GOAT. Jake can beat Conor, though. Emerald, what are you saying? Oh, no, he can't. Jake Paul cannot beat Conor McGregor. What are you guys even saying? What are you saying? That is so untrue, guys. That is so untrue. You guys have to be just pretending because that is just so not true. Connor is not in the right mindset right now. Well, I mean, he is training without his family around, so that I think is a big helping. I think he's gonna win against Dustin, but he's got the nickname McTapper for a reason. McTapper. But anyways, Connor is not gonna lose to Jake anytime soon. Maybe in 10 years. Maybe, but like, nah, man. If anyone says that Jake Paul can beat Conor McGregor in 2021 or 2022 or whatever, you are factually wrong. Like, your opinion is wrong. Like, if someone says you're wrong, you're wrong. That's a fact. It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Conor is a quitter. Angel, if you are still in this stream, please school them because I don't know. I don't know what to say about these guys anymore. But yeah, man, that would not happen. That just would not happen in a million years. And I want you guys to stop saying that because people are gonna be like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I think you might not know what you're talking about, Nappy and Emerald Star 716. Like, listen, you guys are great, but like, saying absurd claims because you're a fan of somebody is wrong. Like, I like KSI said, oh, I could beat Mike Tyson. He was being drunk, but some KSI fans might defend him. But like, KSI couldn't beat a pro boxer, like a legit guy like Mike Tyson or Manny Pacquiao. What would you do if Jake beats Conor and is bullied by Khabib? Emerald Story 716. Jake is not gonna lose. Jake is not gonna win. He's not gonna beat Conor. So I don't even have to entertain that idea. So, Emerald, can I call you on Discord? Can I call you? Can you come into the stream? Like, I want to know, like, what you put. Okay, Nappy or Emerald, please let me call you and let's talk about this for a minute on stream. Bro, Jake is gonna be Conor, but listen. Okay, that's it. Emerald Star 716, I'm calling you. Oh, I just said if hypothetically. Oh, okay. So you don't think that Jake can beat? Okay. Well, you're not picking up, so I'm assuming it's not going to happen. But Nappy, one of you guys need to explain to me your logic in Jake beating Conor because there is none. So I guess that didn't work. Nappy, can I call you? Can I call you, Nappy? You still there, Nappy? I can't now. Okay. Well, Nappy, can I call you? Are you available to talk for a minute? I have to understand where this logic is coming from. Are you still here, Nappy? No? Okay. Well, I'm still here, and I just want to know where this thinking comes from because I just don't understand it. You know what? I'm just gonna call Nappy and see what happens. If you've seen the performance Conor against Floyd, Nappy, I'm calling you on Discord. Of course it was going to be embarrassing. It's Floyd Mayweather. come on, Nappy. I don't understand the logic. And I want the people to know where you're coming from because it's not gonna go well. And there was just there was no answer there from Nappy. Nappy, are you gonna can I call you, or is this not gonna happen? Or bro, I'm telling you. Well, Nappy, well, can you come on Discord and explain to me where you're coming from, please? Because I'm very, very much baffled by what you're saying. So I'm gonna call you one more time, and I hope you answer. Ah, 35 minutes. Wow. This was supposed to be like 20 minutes, and now it's a half an hour. I'm at 263, guys. I just spit everywhere. 263 subscribers. I'm looking it up, guys. A lot of boxing content, a lot of body content. I don't have Discord anymore, dude. What do you mean you have what? You don't have Discord anymore. Can I call you on Instagram then? Why did you delete your Discord? Who deletes Discord? That's weird. You know what? Let me just go to Instagram and call. Currently calling the Nappies. Nappy. Hello? Okay, so why do you think Connor can beat Jake?
I'm sorry, bro, but for some strange reason, it's just that like that performance he did. I mean, that he did against Floyd was just awful, bro.
You think it was awful?
Yeah, like
but
that performance.
But Nappy, how do you think Jake Paul is gonna beat Connor? Like Connor is levels above Jake in literally everything combat sports wise. Like how? Like, I just don't get it.
Well, Jake is kind of like bigger, taller, and just like.
Yeah, but Nappy, that doesn't mean anything in boxing. Like it really honestly doesn't. Like I'm telling you right now, like being taller and having more weight, it does make a difference. But like we're talking, that is like the last thing that makes a fight.
No, bro.
So the reason why you think that Jake would beat Connor is that he is taller and weighs more than him. Hello?
But the skill too.
The skill? What skill, man?
Jake.
Yeah, but like how like okay, listen, that's your opinion, but like your opinion's I think it's wrong. Like okay, it's like I like Jake has fought bums, man. He's fought bums. I thought you didn't like Jake.
I mean, now don't get me wrong, I don't like him, but it's just like that. His skills and his and his power is just like unbelievable, bro.
Who, Jake's?
Yeah.
So but listen, Nappy. Of course he's gonna be powerful when Ben Askren is literally doing this, and then Nate Robinson gives him his head. Like I mean, okay, so like that's like saying KSI knocked out Bryce Hall so he can knock out Manny Pacquiao. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like there's so much like technical skills, footwork, head movement, jabs, like mentality. There's so much more than just having a good right hand and power in boxing. There's like so many things that can make a person win or lose a fight. And like Jake is not like Jake has proven that he can fight people that don't know how to fight. And like yes, he has more power because he's weighs more than Conor, but like you can't underestimate or even not consider the fact that maybe Conor has better footwork, has better head movement, better jabs, can take a punch better. Like we're talking about a guy that is a beast. Like he is not a scrub, and Jake has been fighting scrubs.
Okay, I kind of get your point, but okay. So BJ said that that Jake can beat Conor.
Who said that?
It's DJ.
Who's DJ?
Yeah, BJ.
Who's DJ?
No. BJ.
Oh, BJ Flores, his coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the guy is a little hype beast. Like, I don't trust anything Jake's team says, and like, of course they're gonna say he can beat Conor, but like, I'm not that it just like, nah. Conor, there is no way Conor McGregor loses to Jake Paul. Like there's experience. Like it's so easy to fight someone that's literally running at you with your head versus somebody that's technical with you. Like I just listen. If Jake beats Tommy Fury, Dylan Moran, KSI, Vidal Riley, then yes, I think Jake has a 50-50 chance with Conor. But until those things happen, I'm not believing it. Like Jake needs, when Jake fights legit guys that are good and beats them, that's when we can have that conversation. But like you can't say that right now. It's just like literally his career is fighting people that do not know how to fight and that are bums. He has not had a competitive fight, and that was Deadly. And that was when Deadly was at 70%. Imagine if he was at 100, he would have beaten Jake. So that just I can't understand the logic behind that at this point in time. Maybe in 5 years if Jake still does this, but he's not. He's not in this for a long time. He's in this for money.
Oh.
So, yeah. You should really debate Angel on you should really debate Angel on like online.
Well, get him on here then.
Well, I don't think he's around right now. I was like saying in the future.
He is, huh?
I was like saying in the future, like on another day, you guys should debate. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this call. There you go. And I think that's gonna be it for the stream today. I have stuff to do, but everyone else you named, okay, I understand. I guess, but boxing a boxer and Mr. is different. Okay, but Conor is a striker by nature, but he's also been a boxer too. So, but yeah, man, I refuse to believe that Jake Paul can beat Conor McGregor unless if he fights someone really good, then yes, we'll talk. But like he makes such amateur mistakes, and like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, none of these guys can beat real legit people and pro boxers. And there's only they need like one fight can change all of that narrative and that mentality. But I won't believe that Jake can beat Conor for a while. Like I need it and look at Johnny Wasim Fight Club's Instagram account. They literally break down the most amateur things that Jake does. This guy's not at a high level. He's just at a high level for influencer standards. and there's so many things to expose. But anyways, guys, that is the live stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be coming out tomorrow. So yeah, bye.